Yeah, cool. So, hey, how's it going? I'm John. The microphone is on, and oop, that's my time. And of course, you may notice if you do that it is 10 minutes instead of 5. That's because yesterday I did I did get on here live for 5 minutes without any kind of microphone functioning. I did not realize this until it was far too late to correct, so I ended up deleting the video, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I also deleted all the topics that I was talking about off of the little doc that I use to keep track of that stuff, and immediately, dumped the information after I got off of the stream, so it was, a complete loss of all what I did yesterday. I remembered some of it and wrote it all down again. But so here we are. So we'll have a little bit of catching up to do. I'll try not to mess up that again, but I can't guarantee anything because really, technical difficulties is one of the things I excel at. But the reason I had my microphone off was because I had been recording videos of me running through dungeons. I, in fact, put one on my channel yesterday, day before yesterday, one of those days, in which I ran through Sastasha, the first dungeon in Final Fantasy XIV, just with the cutscenes on and all that, just so I could have a recorded bit of that to work with for writing a tutorial. I wanted to do tutorials for all of the progression dungeons. That way, not just because it's a like useful thing for people to watch, but also because this is a good exercise for me to get into the habit of making like walkthroughs and tutorials, that sort of thing. So I figured it would be helpful, and that's probably not the only recorded run I'm gonna have. I'm not gonna put more of them up on YouTube, but I am going to record a few more runs just so that I can have a good like breadth of material to cut up into a video. So hopefully I'll have that in the next few days, and then I'll be able to start working on it. I work 2 to close every day, or like some equivalent. So we'll see what happens if I get it done before next weekend. I will be surprised, but we'll see. I've been kind of like I've been on a roll of accomplishing things. So yesterday kind of threw me off balance, and I'm like trying to catch back up, like catch my breath and figure out. All right, we got to fix everything that I didn't quite get right. I had made sandwiches for lunch for the week, just like I prepped. I don't normally prep, but I made some nice sandwiches. Would have made one of them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but the jelly was done. It was not like empty, but there was a little bit of liquid kind of on top, and this film of lumpy gray that had grown on it, and I'm pretty sure that means it's not something I should be eating. So I'm going to avoid that. But of course, being that I am a bit thrown off, I forgot to bring my sandwich to lunch today, so I ended up just buying some power bars. Not power bars, just like a different brand, just to satiate my hunger. But so I have them. I still have to remember to actually take them in order to make them useful. It's a trick. It's a trick. Weather's been a little bit wonky. Yesterday was cold, like super cold, like 40s, cold for Florida. Uh, and today I get in my car and I'm sweating. So I think the weather is just like I'm not sure what I'm feeling today. I'm feeling a little bipolar. And so I was wearing a sweatshirt, hoodie sweatshirt, uh, for just to stay warm yesterday, and today I'm just like, it's a little hot. I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm a little bit warm. It's a bit rough. We got 2 more recruits to the Emerald Company, our Final Fantasy 14 company, and so Maya and William. William being her coworker, one of Maya's former coworkers, who's currently working with her on a project, who lives in Sweden, and so he's playing on American servers from Europe. I'm sure it's probably not too terrible laggy, but it's still going to be. I'm sure he's going to have interesting connectivity issues. I don't know. I actually don't have any idea how that is, Europe to America connection. I don't generally mess with going on overseas servers, so I don't really know. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Either way, more bodies to the pile, more people we can raid with, which I found out that raids are an 8-person endeavor, which is nice because like back in World of Warcraft, it was like 20-man, 40-man raids. That's like good luck getting into one of those without just like a huge guild that pre-plans it. And I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of energy to get 40 people together. 8 people though. I've got 8 people. We have enough people. We can do this. Assuming that we all get to the level in which raids are available. And of course, that means that I will have the ability to record footage of going through those raids as well. Maybe walkthroughs of raids would be nice as well. I could always do that. There's a lot of news on my feed about apparently Rush Limbaugh has cancer. I personally, I do not care for the guy. This is just something that I keep seeing on my feed, though, is that there are people who are like, I am actually happy he's got cancer, that sort of thing, and I'm on the fence. I don't want to be like, all right, it's never good to actually be happy that someone has cancer, but at the same time, this guy's pretty vitriolic. I can understand why he would drive people to feel that way. Like, it's you're talking about a guy who's based his entire persona on making people angry and saying things that are just kind of vile. So having people get like some pleasure in his pain and suffering is a little bit inevitable, and I can't really fault anybody for, him driving them to that. So it's a little bit rough. The other thing I was seeing on my feed was and I didn't write it down again because I remembered it, but I didn't write it down. There's a not Beastman. Funimation has canceled something that they had just recently tried to start running. Oh, what's it called? It's gonna. You know what? I'm gonna real quick. Funimation reviewers. Ah, that was it. Nice. Interspecies reviewers. And in case you were unaware, it's not the kind of thing that kids should be watching. And that's a lot of anime has a little bit of ecchi sort of. I'm certainly not opposed to whatever people are into. However, they kind of thought that this was going to be a kids show, Funimation, and the entire concept of the show is 2 guys who are adventurer type guys whose life goal is to find and get it on with every type of monster lady that they possibly can, and then review them. And it took them 3 episodes to realize, oh, this is a little too adult for us to be running. I'm thinking that's the sort of thing you should have realized from the trailer? Why did it take you this long? I'm impressed. Oh, so ending with a question. I did have a question. And with my crafting of sandwiches, I'm curious as to what folks at home think is the best sandwich. I've been doing turkey, and I've been doing tuna sandwiches, and peanut butter and jelly, of course. If there is a sandwich that I should make, then please let me know.